there at the State Department. Well, the summer heat isn't just sending temperatures soaring. It's also scorching Americans' electricity bills. The average U.S. household paid a record $217 for power in July. That is according to MIT's Electricity Price Hub. And on top of that, with AI data centers hungry for more electricity than ever, the pressure on the grid is only growing. But the energy tech startup Base Power is hoping to flip that switch. The company just got a major jolt of its own, raising more than $1 billion, and believes its new Base Core Home battery can turn thousands of homes into virtual power plants while helping lower energy costs. Let's bring in Base Power co-founder and CEO Zach Dell. And Zach, congratulations. You just did another round of funding, and you're looking at, I think, about a $13 billion valuation on your company that you founded just recently. So what is your elevator pitch to your consumers for your company right now?
Yeah, so there's really two depending on where you live. So in the regulated utility markets where you don't have a choice of electricity provider, we partner with the regulated utilities and we offer the most affordable home backup on the planet. So you can sign up with Base and you get a battery on your home that'll keep your home running for 1 to 2 days, depending on how large your home is, for a couple $100s up front. So you get all the benefits of a home backup without the high upfront cost of a home battery or a generator. And if you live in the deregulated or competitive parts of the market, like Texas or Illinois, where we operate today, we also sell you electricity. And our power is typically priced around 10–20% below the market average. So the whole concept of Base is your bills go down and your lights stay on.
What's the reason that you would say to have a battery versus a regular gas-powered generator, which is, pretty much the common component when people go for backup power?
Yeah, so there's a couple things. First of all, batteries are they're silent, they're totally electric, they function super well, and they can provide your home with a lot of outage duration. Of course, they do run out of power, in which case we actually have a portable generator integration. So you can plug in a small portable generator that you could buy off of Amazon for, call it $500, and you can charge up that battery in the event of a long duration outage. So with our Base Core product, you actually get the best of both worlds. You get the silent home battery, and in the event of a long duration outage, you can keep that battery up and running. Now, the difference between our product and most home batteries on the market is we don't actually sell you the battery. You sign up with Base, and it's really a service, and you get the battery on your home. When the grid's up and running, we're using it as part of a network of batteries to serve the grid. When the grid goes down, you get that battery to back up your home. And as a result, because we're generating value off that battery when the grid's up, you're able to get that battery for a fraction of the cost of the traditional home battery that you have to buy yourself, which might cost you $10,000, $20,000, $30,000. Our battery, of course, is a couple $100s. So it's really bringing home batteries to the mass market and making them affordable for everybody.
You mentioned the batteries and the connection to the grid, and that, obviously that power could go back to the grid, vice versa. And we've seen that with other energy systems. Skeptics would say, though, that the batteries aren't big enough, that there's not enough power there. I mean, don't you need mass use to really make a difference for the power plants?
It's a great question. And it's really a kind of counterintuitive thing, because when you look at our batteries, they look very small. They look like, a small refrigerator on the side of your home or an AC unit on the side of your home. But the reality is our battery is actually tens of thousands of small batteries networked together via software that act in the market as one big battery. So we install thousands of batteries a month. We're doing, on the order of 2,000 a month today. That'll roughly 3x by the end of the year. So we're growing very quickly. And aggregated together, they act as one very large battery. So for example, we deployed on the order of 40 megawatts in July. That'll be up to around 100 megawatts a month in December. And so we're adding actually more storage capacity than most large-scale storage developers are doing with these really big utility-scale batteries, because we're able to deploy them much faster. We don't have to wait in the interconnection queue. We deploy them on the home where the interconnection is, co-located with the load. So it looks like a bunch of small batteries, but together it actually has more capacity than the average large utility scale battery.
Yeah, Zach, obviously, your father is Michael Dell, one of the richest men in the world, philanthropist, your mother as well. We just saw them both actually at the White House because they're doing so much work to really kind of, set up the next generation of kids, which is, I think, been wonderful work that your father has done. But, where did this idea come from for you, for this company? And did your dad inspire you? What did you learn from him, being raised by him, that kind of caused you to kind of take this path in your life as well?
Yeah, I mean, I'm incredibly proud of my parents, and my dad is my hero and has been since I was a little kid, and really a role model for me and from early as I can remember, I wanted to be an entrepreneur like him, and I wanted to try my best to put a dent in the universe and build companies to solve hard problems in the world. And I got really interested in energy in college, and then I went to a private equity firm in New York called Blackstone out of college, where I further studied the energy industry, and then spent some time at a technology investment firm looking at companies in the industry, and did that all with the perspective of how can I find the right opportunity to go pursue where I can use my abilities and kind of ambition to try to make a dent in the world and work on a really hard, important problem that'll help move society forward and really improve people's lives. And I think electricity really is the lifeblood of humanity. And for most of us in America, our power has gotten more expensive and less reliable over the last decade, which is truly crazy when you think about all the things that have gotten better in the last decade. And so myself and my co-founder Justin and our team down in Austin, we're really motivated to move humanity forward by driving electricity prices down and increasing the reliability of the power grid so that we can consume more electricity. And we think that'll really help make people's lives better, both here in America and eventually all over the world.
Yeah, and you're operating in Texas, as you mentioned, with Austin and also Illinois. Well, we're going to be following the company. Congratulations on the funding round. It's very impressive.
Thanks very much. I appreciate you having me on.